is just something that I seem to take to from a very early age. So many of my elementary, early high school memories are basketball, particularly on outdoor courts. And I miss basketball. It's just one of those. So when I was able to get back, make contact with the game again, I never thought I was not one of those that from day one said, I'm going to coach this game of basketball. I feel like my coaching experience I did youth leagues. I did the middle school. I was even when I was in Virginia before, from Carl Sandburg, I went to a high school level there, Hayfield High School, as the junior varsity coach, varsity assistant. When we returned to State College, is doing coursework at Lock Haven, I was volunteer varsity assistant here at State College for 2 years. I really felt that that in order to be the best educator, coach, we always talk about student athletes. I think we need to talk about teacher coaches. I felt it was important for me, if I was going to be the best coach I could be, to have the greatest influence I could on my student athletes, I needed to be in the school setting with them. One of the mentors I've had all the way through was Coach Parkhill. Coach Parkhill, very successful head coach at Penn State. I'd say that if anyone say who's been the single most influence on my coaching philosophy, knowledge, etc., I'd say it'd be Coach Parkhill. I think the motivation, I always said, has to come from within the squad itself. Those years when we've been most successful, that motivation, the leadership, the discipline, that has always come from within the team itself. And so when I'm selecting even team captains, I never let players select. It's not a popularity contest. And I think that I've always felt that you can make a good coach better, but you can't make a good coach. I think you can make a good leader better, but you can't make a good leader. It's always going to be family first, academic second, basketball third, and social fourth. I think our families, I think they understand the sincerity of that. I'm not just saying that. Then our second priority after family is always academics. It's what they're going to do with their academic, their coursework, that's going to give them a helping satisfaction in a professional career. I'm going to talk to their teachers. I'm going to find out what kind of student are they? Are they responsible? Are they sincere? If they're not that in the classroom, that's my classroom across the street in the gym. So if you can't do that here, you're probably not going to do it over there. I'm probably not, I hate to say it, but I probably don't need you. So the media coverage that we have in State College for our athletic program, I think across the board is probably appropriate. We have two individuals that radio broadcast every one of our games home and away, Mark Snyder and Jason Ward. So they are truly, I think they are the voice, the face of State College boys basketball. And they are so professional and so good at what they do. So I trust at the end of the game, when we do an interview, win or lose, they're going to be extremely sensitive to how they conduct themselves. Also, everything we do has to come back to, if it's not what's best for our student athletes, then we shouldn't be doing it. And I'd like to think that on my passing at some point, they would be able to say, yeah, Coach taught us the value of team.
Yeah, I played basketball from, I think I was 3 years old. I started dribbling around the house. I played 4 years at Villanova. Was fortunate enough to be on some good teams, play with a couple guys that made it to the NBA. So won a Big East championship, went to the Sweet 16, the Elite Eight. And, I think that really, really showed me how much hard work you need as a player to be part of a successful program. Yeah, I do everything behind the scenes, so everything not to do with coaching and recruiting falls on my desk. So academics, travel, taking care of the managers, anything to do with practice setup, scheduling, everything kind of administratively I take care of. When you're an assistant coach, you're kind of there as the support, so when guys get yelled at, you're kind of the pick-me-up guy. You pull them aside and hopefully a little pep talk gets them going. If not, the one thing for our guys, you can always take away basketball. We'll get them more study hall time, set up tutors, anything to make sure they succeed, because obviously the #1 goal is getting their degree. Seeing kids succeed, seeing kids get their degrees and reach their potential on the court, and just knowing that when they leave Penn State, they're ready to be on their own and be successful in the real world. You can't control whether, your mom's going to yell at you or your teacher's going to be upset with you, but how you respond to it is really the only thing you can control. So, just tell guys to always take the high road and always look on the optimistic side. Obviously, would love to be a head coach one day, and that's the ultimate goal. But just putting your time in and learning how to run a program so that when you get the chance, you know the do's and don'ts, and just gonna keep working hard.
I grew up playing in my driveway first, playgrounds and stuff. And then I played 5th and 6th grade at St. Anastasia, played high school basketball at Episcopal Academy. I ended up playing at Philadelphia Textile, which is now Philadelphia University. I was a high school coach, not even a head coach, I was the assistant coach. Landed the director of ops spot at Villanova. And when I got to Villanova, we went on a tear, rip-roaring tear. We went Sweet 16, Elite 8, NCAA Tournament, Elite 8, Final Four. So pretty amazing run. End up, getting a job at Boston University, which is an amazing school. And again, we were very fortunate. We won 21 games each year I was there, went to a championship each game I was there, won it the second year, ended up playing Kansas and playing them very well in the NCAA tournament. And I think because of all that, I think that's why you find me here today. Attitude's number one. I believe that's the one thing that we all can control. We're in control of our attitude. I talk about it all the time. Look, I went through some major pitfalls, some major adversity, some major obstacles, and you have a choice. You can sulk, you can be upset, or you can get busy living. You can thrive. You can look it in the face and say, "Bring it on." And basically that's what I did, and that's why I sit here today, because of that strong attitude and the positivity and my work ethic. I motivate these guys in different ways, but I think positive reinforcement's a great way. There's too much negativity in coaching today. They will be taken out of practice, and they'll have more study hall hours. When you take something that they love away from them, like basketball, it really affects them, and they usually turn it up a notch. This conference is just a bear. The coaches in this conference, the level that the players in this conference, it's just amazing. The bigs in this conference, I think, is what separates everybody. The Big East, you played 6'7" guys, 6'8" guys at the 5. There's 7-footers in this league, and the coaches are phenomenal. They know every play that you're running. They call it out when you say a play. They're calling it out. The execution out of timeouts is off the charts. A lot of these guys have been to Final Fours or won the championship. So it's been a great league to be in. It's been a challenging league to be in, but I love every second of it. Interacting with the kids, my players. That's why I do it. I had great coaches all my life. I was very appreciative of what they taught me. Basketball is a great game for life lessons, and I want to give back to my players. Just teaching them that how you handle different situations is going to affect not only this practice, not only this game, but your future as becoming a man. And I want to help them be successful, not just here, not just in basketball, not just in the classroom, but for life.